In the U.S., stock index futures pointed to a lower open today as traders await the Federal Reserve's latest policy decision on interest rates. It's the second day of the Fed's policy meeting. A decision from the central bank is due in the afternoon around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. But markets expect the Fed to hold steady. It has forecast 2 more interest rates hike for this year. And the markets think odds are greater than 50% that the next hike will come in June. On the data front, Wednesday will see ADP private sector payroll data for April, which is expected to show 175,000 jobs were added last month. The data reported 263,000 jobs were added in March. The final market services PMI reading for April is also expected, as well as the ISM non-manufacturing reading. And of course, some earnings reports are also expected to be posted today. In Asia, markets were mixed today as gains on Wall Street overnight were offset by disappointment with Apple earnings, with traders looking ahead to the U.S. Federal Reserve's midterm results. In Australia, the ASX 200 ended down 0.98% amid declines in banking and some resources shares. On the mainland, the Shanghai Composite closed down 0.25%, while the Shenzhen Composite was off 0.27%. Markets in Japan, South Korea and Hong Kong are shut today for public holidays. Japan is shut for the rest of the week for the Golden Week holiday. At the currency market here in Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria on Tuesday sanctioned 18 commercial banks for their failure to utilize any of the portion of the funds allocated by the CBN under the small and medium enterprises window since the inception of the window in the past 4 weeks. A statement from the CBN says the 18 banking firms are henceforth barred from participating in the weekly wholesale spot and forward FX intervention exercises effective on Tuesday, May the 2nd, until all the affected banks have shown evidence of significant utilization of the funds allocated to the new SME window. Well, let's get a sense of how this latest development playing out at the currency market today. I'm being joined by FX dealer with Diamond Bank, Ada Mbachu. Good afternoon, Ada. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Now, how is the FX market reacting to the ban of 18 banks from participating in the weekly wholesale spot and forward FX intervention?
Well, activities are still going on in the market, but I strongly believe that the banks will respond quickly to the CBN and appreciate the continuous effort by the CBN in supporting the SMEs. The CBN has actually been very supportive in the sale of foreign exchange to the small and medium enterprises, and they actually expect the banking sector to use their platform and support this sale to ensure that there is FX fluidity in that market and drive business. However, we at Diamond Bank, we have been fully active in the SME window, and we are doing everything possible to make a scheme a success, knowing the full positive impact this will have on the Nigerian economy.
Now, aside from the development we saw yesterday, CBN recently introduced the investors and exporters window in the FX market. That's aside from the SME. How is it going to impact the FX market? How is it coming up, actually?
Yeah, the CBN actually has also introduced the investors and exporters window to deepen the FX market and also ensure timely execution and settlement of all eligible transactions. And more importantly, the CBN actually wants to create a platform for investors and exporters to sell their foreign exchange proceeds at desired rates to any willing buyer. Of course, this will have a positive impact in the market because it will increase fluidity of foreign exchange. It will also increase flexibility where foreign investors can freely come in and sell their funds at desired rates, with little or no control from the FX bank. So it's actually a positive development that the central bank has actually brought in here.
Okay, where are we likely to see the Naira close today on both the parallel and interbank markets?
With the continuous efforts by the CBN to also increase the liquidity in the market through their consistent sale of FX to various business segments, we have actually seen an appreciation in the interbank market, and we are likely to see further appreciation. So far, the market has appreciated from the 306 levels to 305.70 levels, and we'll likely see it close at those levels. While at the parallel market, we have seen stability of the rate at 390 levels.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Ada Mbachu, FX dealer with Diamond Bank. Now at the fixed income market, Treasury bills worth 150.61 billion naira will mature on Thursday, May the 4th. And in its usual practice, the CBN will offer the same amount at the primary auction, which holds today, Wednesday the 3rd. Now let's talk to a fixed income dealer with Wema Bank, Ifeanyi Akwechi. Good afternoon, Ifeanyi. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, good afternoon. Yeah.
So what is the sentiment in the market today as the central bank conducts its treasury bill auction?
The securities market in the recent time, in the past few days, have been very stable, with a lot of activities at the short end of the yield curve. But based on the level of liquidity we have in the system, in the past few days we had almost about 500 billion in the system, going to FAC inflow, bond maturities, and coupon payments and all that. But the market has been very liquid. Even as yesterday, we still saw about almost 300 billion still in the system. For the PMA auction today, the market is really far above where we expect these market auctions to close, except for the 364 days. Market is not very anxious to the expectation of the options. Hello?
Right, I'm hearing you, Ifeanyi. Well, how would you compare the opening yield and the yield you have now? Just a quick one.
Well, like I said earlier, due to the level of liquidity in the system, the market, the securities market has not been very active. You know, we expect the auction to actually show some direction. Like the last auction closed, the 364 of the last auction closed almost at 19% for the longest tenor.
Okay,
so we expect that to show us some level of direction going forward.
Okay, Ifeanyi, thank you very much for those updates there. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment.